Hello, everyone. Today's episode is with Mark Villar, licensed financial advisor. Is that correct? Am I getting the terms right? Tama ba?
Is Villas.
Villas, okay. I'll
Villas.
let you introduce yourself.
So once again, Mark Villas, and I am a licensed financial advisor. And of course, as a licensed financial advisor, I do also have a title of CWPP I mean CRPP, Certified Risk Planner Philippines, and AWP or Associate Wealth Planner. So I got that title from Wealth Center Management in Makati. So aside from that, I also do mentoring in Go Negosyo. So I'm a Go Negosyo mentor. And at the same time, I do also content about personal finance. So that's
Hmm.
me.
Nice. Yeah, that's right, guys. Pero for those who don't know, including me, anong, what does it mean to be a licensed financial advisor? And ano yung sinabi mo? Certified
Certified Risk Planner Philippines.
risk planner. Yeah, what does it mean to be a licensed financial advisor? Tsaka certified risk planner.
So technically, when it comes to being a licensed financial advisor, you should be licensed through Insurance Commission. So you will take an exam, which is two exams for both products, which is the traditional plans and the VOL plans. So in order for you to, let's say, go to the next level or just have that kind of uh, title or the CRPP or Certified Risk Planner Philippines, you will undergo with the training or a paid training with uh, center wealth management center. So this organization is run by financial managers. So not just the
Mm.
typical financial advisors. They are the ones who are more experienced
Mm.
when it comes to the financial system. So not just the insurance, they are also uh, teaching us about investment and especially estate planning. So we do have trainings from them, which are financial managers and family lawyer, which who are experts when it comes to estate planning, insurance, and investment.
Uh, I've heard of the word estate a lot, and especially in the finance world, but what does it actually mean?
So, estate planning is for those who have estate. So, meaning yung may ari-arian sila. And
Mm.
since if you are one of those people who have plenty of assets, you should be planning the estate because at the end of the day, when kapag ka ikaw ay nawala na, it will be subject to estate tax for your heirs. No? So, before they get all the estate, all your assets, bago mapunta sa kanila yan, they will pay for an estate tax, which is
Mm.
under our law, as of today, it's 6% of the total amount of the estate yung kailangan nilang bayaran before they get the whole assets. Kasi kapag hindi
Mm.
nila nabayaran yun, mapupunta yun sa government natin. So, magiging pondo na nila yun. So, that is why
Ah,
very important, lalo na sa
yeah.
mga businesses or business owners, entrepreneurs, that they own corporations and a lot of properties na kailangang ilipat pagdating ng araw, which is their legacy rin yan
Mm.
eh. So,
Yeah.
isa yun sa mga dapat talagang pinaplano. And isa yun sa mga problema dito sa atin sa Philippines that actually we don't plan when it comes to our properties. Basta ang sa atin lang, as long as naiwan na siya, kung sino man ang
Mm-mm.
naipag-iwanan, siya na ipagkakatiwalaan. Which
Mm-mm.
is leading to pagkakagulo ng buong pamilya. Lalo na pag lupa, usaping
Ay,
lupa, di ba?
as in.
So, kapiranggot na lupa, pag-aawayan kung sino yung dapat nasa unahan, Sino yung kukuha ng
Mm,
ganitong klaseng lot, di ba? So that is why very important ang estate planning because it will at least make your family na maging maayos pagdating sa distribution of your estate. Kumbaga kasi may mga nakakausap na rin tayo before na uh, when they have that kind of rich property or assets, nung nalikom nila yan, at the end of the day, parang sinabi na nila, parang hindi pala masaya. Kasi nagiging cause of away siya between families and mga anak na napag-iwanan.
mm, mm.
So, pero may iwasan naman sana yun kung nagawa lang ng maayos yung estate plan.
Ano,
Yun. So, that is why very important
okay.
din siya.
Yeah, oo. Kasi, that's interesting. Kasi a lot of yung mindset around finance, especially yung ari-arian or kung meron bang mabili na asset is as long as mabili,
Mhm.
sa'yo na. Okay, tapos na. Even though, like,
Mhm.
even hindi asset ha, kahit liquid yung cash talaga. Kala nila na pagkakuha, okay, tapos na.
Yeah.
Okay, relax ka na. But actually, a lot of having cash is deserving to have that amount of, let's say, estate, the amount of your estate. You also have to deserve it, and part of deserving it is planning. Kasi, kung wala kang gawin, or
Mhm.
pabayaan mo na lang, why should you have it in the first place? Assuming that you don't have anything yet, let's say, and then you want to have cash, estate, land, or if you want to go into real estate, for example, what says that you deserve it when you don't really have a plan for when you acquire, diba? And I think that goes a lot into yung parang mindset ng most Filipinos na ang insurance scam daw, dagdag gastos, ang financial planning is just for the rich. Pero what would you say to
Mhm.
most to the people who believe that?
Mhm. So, actually, when it comes to that notion kasi, because it has a history na may mga naluging company before, which is
Mm,
actually it's not an insurance company, it's more on assurance company. So ano yung pinagkaiba nila? So insurance company, they are giving an amount of money that is on the contract in times of mawala yung insured. Then
mm,
yung pinanggagalingan nila which is the assurance company, which is more particular to educational fund.
mm,
And that company kasi they have assured that the child when they going to college, makakapasok sila doon sa pinili nilang college na gustong pasukan ng anak nila. However, hindi nila na-anticipate yung inflation rate na dama yung tuition fees sa pagtaas. So doon nalugi yung assurance company na yun. And yun nga, kumbaga, kasi hindi siya cash na mapupunta mismo doon sa taong nag-avail ng plan nila, which
mm,
is yung plan na yun is mapupunta mismo doon sa institution. And knowing na yung inflation rate is tumaas nga, so hindi na nila kayang bayaran yung mga educational institution na to na mas mataas na yung rate of tuition fees pagdating ng panahon na yun.
mm,
So yun yung isa sa mga pinanggagalingan. Ngayon, when it comes to kung scam nga ba ang life insurance, ilan lang ba yung percentage ng sinasabi na hindi sila nakaka-claim yung kanilang na kanilang claims or death claim. And sino ba yung mga insurance company na pinuntahan nila before kung
mm,
bakit sila ni-scam. And giving the information ngayon, very very uh, kumbaga, ano na siya very bukas na sa lahat yung information. So, kumbaga,
Yeah.
kung titingnan mo lang kung sino yung mga pwedeng pagkatiwalaan na insurance companies, just search the top 10 life insurance companies dito sa atin. And sila naman yung talaga mga pinagkakatiwalaan ngayon na insurance companies. Given the situation din na they are monitored by Insurance Commission, which is the government body dito sa atin sa Philippines ah, na nag make sure na okay yung mga insurance companies dito sa atin. Kasi before they can open an insurance company, minimum of 1 billion pesos yung kailangan nilang capital. Kasi nga, it's more on
Um,
usapin about pera.
yeah, okay.
And aside doon, is kailangan insured din sila yung mismong insurance company in case of bankruptcy. Is makapagbayad pa rin sila doon sa mga members or sa mga clients nila.
Sino
So that
nag-i-insure
is
nun?
why, technically, normally, Swiss Bank.
Ah, okay. Got it. Okay. Go on.
Mhm. So yun. And scam ba ang life insurance? Kasi kung scam lang din naman ang pag-uusapan, bakit mas naniniwala sila dun sa mga quick scheme? Di ba?
Talaga. Well,
Mas
meron talagang
naniniwala sila sa quick scheme.
meron talagang type of tao na naniniwala kung they're being lied to. Tsaka, hindi naniniwala if they're being told the truth. So, wala ka rin magawa.
Mhm.
Pero,
And isa yun,
sa
isa sa mga
yeah.
history ng scam, di ba? Isa sa mga
Mm,
history ng scam is yung nangyari in Mindanao. I forgot yung name nung Ponzi scheme na nangyari doon. It's more agricultural yun eh. And ang dami nga na victim noon nung Ponzi scheme na nangyari that time. And I think, wait,
familiar.
lang yun nangyari? Bago lang mag-pandemic yun, yung nangyari yun.
Hmm, familiar nga eh. Huh, actually. No. Pero in the talk, we're all talking about, of course, in this, you are the l- financial advisor here. So, I we've already discussed what well, not Filipinos, but most Filipinos think. Pero I want to find out kung what really is life insurance kasi yan naman ang main ano mo, di ba?
Mhm. Okay, so life insurance. Actually, para kanino ba siya? Hindi naman talaga siya para sa sarili mo. It's for your loved
Mm.
ones. Yun talaga ang gamit ng life insurance. Kasi nga, binibili mo siya for income continuation if that's the goal. Kasi if you are the breadwinner and in case of your death, the income or yung day-to-day expenses ng family mo, you want to make sure na mapagpapatuloy pa rin nila kahit na wala ka na. So that's the life insurance per se. Kumbaga yun yung talagang essence ng life insurance. Ngayon, if paano mo siya magagamit sa sarili mo is kung yung life insurance mo is yung mga tinatawag na whole life plans or endowment plans or VULs kasi ito yung mga plans na merong kasamang saving component or investment component, which is kaya mo siya magagamit para sa sarili mo kasi you can loan or withdraw out of the cash value na meron siya pagdating ng
Mm.
araw. Kasi hindi naman siya, for example, kasi ang iniisip ng iba, kapag ka may kasamang investment or may kasamang saving component, at least a year meron na akong malaking pera. Saan ka ba
Mhm.
nakakita na nag-save ka in just a year, ng minimal lang naman ang sinesave mo,
Mhm.
tapos maghahangad ka ng at least 6 digits or 7 digits of money agad. So walang ganon. Kahit na mag-save ka ng sarili mo in the bank, eh. In
Mm.
10,000
Totoo.
monthly lang yan. So that's only 120,000 in a year.
Mm.
And hindi natin alam kung consistent mo siya magagawa kasi it depends on your lifestyle. It depends on kung paano mo i-manage yung pera mo. So yun,
Yeah.
yun yung isa sa mga magiging gamit niya. And ano ba yung pwede maging objective doon? It's either for your retirement or for educational funding kasi it's more on pera na nga siya na ibibigay mismo sa'yo and
Mm.
nasa sa'yo kung saan mo siya gagamitin.
Yeah.
Or savings mo for long-term plans like house, car, or funding for business. So,
Mm.
ganun na siya gumagana ngayon. And still, meron pa rin naman mga traditional plans or yung tinatawag na term insurances na life insurance alone lang siya. Wala siyang saving component or with investment component.
Ah, okay. So, let's say, kunin ko yung my investment component.
Mhm.
Paano, like, how long would it take before I can loan or withdraw or use yung investment ko?
Mhm. If it's VUL, so pag VUL kasi or variable universal link, ah kumbaga, kaya siya tinawag na variable universal link kasi nakalink siya sa stock market. That is why meron siyang investment component. Pero not
Mm.
all the premiums na binabayad mo is mapupunta lang into investment side. Kasi meron kang insurance, which is yun yung main goal, the
Yeah.
insurance. So you have two benefits. Death benefit for insurance and the fund value for the investment. Ngayon, gaano katagal ka pwedeng mag-withdraw out of the fund value na pwedeng magkaroon siya. In Sun Life kasi, so mention ko lang yung amin. No? So in Sun Life, for the first year kasi, meron na siyang fund value agad.
Mm.
Comparing with the other companies, they are requiring at or they are giving fund value after 2 years of consistent payment. So yun yung
Ah.
kaibahan ng other companies. So ngayon, kailan mo siya pwedeng pakinabangan? Anytime.
Mm.
Kasi it's your money. Para lang siyang bangko na pwede kang mag-request for a withdrawal. So kung magkano man
Mm.
yung laman niya, you can withdraw partially doon sa kung magkano yung laman. So
Mm.
ngayon, ang suggestion or laging recommended namin, kasi kung ang lagi nga namin sinasabi, you will put your money here hindi dahil sa kailangan mo na siya agad. Kasi it's more
Mm.
on long-term commitment.
Mm.
So at least
Bank ka na
10,
lang.
15, 20 years. Mhm.
Mm.
So kung gusto mo talaga ng liquid agad, which is yun yung pinakagamit ng ano ng bank. It's more on
Mm.
liquidity talaga siya.
Yeah.
Pero ito kasing sa insurance with investment is more on ang tinitingnan dyan is for your long-term goal. Kumbaga
Mm.
makapagbigay pa siya ng another fund para doon sa pinapangarap mong retirement or pampaaral ng bata nga or
Mm.
savings mo na may pinag-iipunan ka na as in dream mo talaga like kotse or
Mm.
bahay man yan. So doon mo siya gagamitin. Pero kung mga yun nga, mga sobrang iksi lang, short-term period of time, more on bank. Kaya nga sinasabi natin dyan, kasi we have the at least three formula in order for you to
Mm.
have financial stability or financial freedom. Which is una, savings. Kasi yun naman talaga yung pinakaunang tinuro sa atin ng matatanda. Magtabi ka para may madukot ka in case of emergency. Which is, yun. Savings for liquidity. Kasi the
Mm.
moment na kailangan mo yung pera, may savings ka talaga madudukot. Then insurance is for protection. And investment is for your long-term goals.
Mm.
So that's
Gotcha.
the three
Ah.
formula of having the
Uh-uh.
financial security.
Mm. Hmm. Okay. Since you said yung VOL is connected to the stock market, I'm guessing that's because
Mhm.
yung funds na nilagay mo, ginagamit ng, for example, Sun Life to parang grow the money essentially.
Mhm. Yeah,
Is that right? Okay.
actually, yun yung isa sa talagang, ano, talagang goal is, kaya rin naman, since insurance company is still a business, kailangan nilang palaguin yung pera na pinagkakatiwala sa kanila.
Mm-mm.
And yun naman yung binibigay sa atin, is the dividends or the cash value na pwede nilang ibigay sa atin dahil nga kumikita rin sila doon sa pera na binabayad natin sa kanila.
Mm-mm.
Uh, so, pinagkaiba ng bank with the insurance companies. Siyempre, sa bank, mas maliit yung interest na kaya nilang ibigay and you don't have that,
Mm-mm.
the life insurance. That is
Mm-mm.
why
Yeah.
they are going to life insurance business na rin, like BDO, di ba? So they do have like
Oo.
BDO life na.
Mm-mm.
And yun naman yung meron with the life insurance companies. Is the insurance talaga kasi yun yung pinaka-good niya. Since we do have a lot of avenues na pwedeng paglagyan talaga ng pera para mas mapalago mo siya other than bank. Kasi kung bank lang din naman, it's more on savings lang talaga siya. Kumbaga,
Oo.
kaya nga tinawag na bank, para lang siyang alkansya pero meron siyang opisina.
Yeah, totoo. Good. Okay. Yeah. Makes sense. Pero let's say since the company is using it to ipalago niya sa stock market, kung magkaroon ng loss ang
Mhm.
company, that's when the how do they still continue to provide for the ang tawag yung fund value?
Fund value. Actually,
Uh,
since nakadikit siya with the stock market, so the fund value you will get is not guaranteed. No, so
mm, so kung magka-loss,
lalaro
talaga.
siya. So yeah, so volatile yung fund value na meron ka since nakalagay na siya sa stock market. The fund value you will have, it will depends on the performance of the market. So normally, kapag ka nagde-discuss kami, doon sa illustration or the projections, it has three projections. Either it will fall into 4% return, 8%, or 10%. And normally, talaga dinidiscuss ko, which is yung kung titingnan namin yung historical returns based on the funds na pinaglalagyan, which is 10 years yun. So, naglalaro talaga kami ng 6 to 8%. That is why, yun yung pinaka-dinidiscuss normal. Yun talaga yung pinaka-dinidiscuss ko normally is the mid or the 8%.
Mm,
Kung bumaba man dyan, at least I am open naman with the client na hindi talaga siya guaranteed. Pwede siyang bumaba or mas magandang scenario is yung mas tumaas siya, which is
mm.
can exceed with the 8% or kung 10% man yung ma-hit, mas maganda.
Ah, okay. Huh. Okay. So being the devil's advocate that I am, um, how would, let's say, Sun Life assure mga clients niya na 6% talaga, 8% talaga, 10% talaga? Like, let's say, ang kita from the stock market is good or more than 10% na mabigay, pero ang
Mhm.
binibigay lang ng Sun Life is 6 or 8. How is that client ensured na hindi yung mangyayari?
Mhm. So we have very transparent naman sa dating dyan. So you can search naman through their website yung mismong performance ng funds. So meron
Mm.
tawag doon yung NAV or net asset value per unit kasi since units siya dahil nga nasa stock market. So
Mm.
instead of ang makikita mo is uh, peso or dollar, makikita mo muna doon is the price per unit. For
Mm.
example, the equity fund is, ang one unit is nasa 3.9 peso. Then yun yung binibili doon sa VUL mo. So kung ilan yung units na nabili out of your premium or yung binayad mo kay insurance company, i-multiply yun doon sa price per unit and that's the fund value you will have.
Mm. Ah.
Kasi ang pinaka ano naman yan, ang kumbaga yung diagram kung paano siya gumagana yung VUL from the premium or yung pinaka payment mo with the insurance company. So babawasan yun ng premium charge for
Mm.
for using the amenities, facilities of the insurance company. And after that, yung matitirang amount doon, yun pa lang yung ibibili from the stock market ng units mo. So nakabili na, and naglalaro na siya sa market, and still, you have the insurance, kaya magbabawas sila ng insurance charge for your
Mm.
protection, life
Mm.
protection. Then next, the charge naman is the periodic charges for the uh, expertise of the financial managers para kumita siya. And once na nabawas na yon, yung pinaka-amount na matitira doon, yun yung fund value mo na pwede mong i-withdraw.
Ah, okay. Huh, interesting. Literally ngayon ko lang na-find out on that. So, like, okay, isip at the same time. Uh, we talked about differences niya ng life insurance sa bank. Very different. Similar, but very different, clearly. Pero, I want to find out, since you're working with the stock market, and that's how, same as, almost the same as banks, that they use your money to parang palago. That's how they earn. How
Mhm.
different is a VUL besides the life insurance part? How different is a VUL
Mhm.
to, let's say, getting a stockbroker?
Mhm. Okay, so are you pertaining na direct ka direct ka mag-invest to stock market?
Not necessarily. Kahit having, pwede yun, or kahit having parang someone do it for you, a stockbroker to parang just handle your money, tapos
Um,
siya na magano. Hmm.
mhm. So, yun, the difference is when it comes to risk.
Mm.
Syempre, when it comes to stock market, it's more risky than the
Mm.
VUL kasi when it comes to stock market, since, for example, you have bought shares in a certain company, which is kung bigla siyang malugi or due to pandemic, hindi siya kumita, nahihirapan yung business na mag-operate. So the shares you have to that company, possible direct yung
Okay.
effect sa'yo, malugi ka kagad. So
Mm.
when it comes to VUL naman, hindi siya ganun dahil you are not the one who is controlling the the funds. Kumbaga, mayroong fund manager that is
Ah.
working for you, and they have diversifying the funds to make sure or to lessen the risk, which is yung tinatawag natin na risk sharing.
Mm.
Kasi ang VUL, actually, you can more compare to mutual funds. Kasi ganun din
Mm.
ang mutual funds. So, kung sa mutual funds is meron siyang diversified din na company na pinaglagyan. So, hindi direct effect sa yung risk.
Mm.
So, yun naman yung pinagkaibahan lang ng dalawa is technically the insurance itself. So, yung VUM is mutual fund siya na merong insurance. Pero the more exact na pwede siyang i-describe is insurance, which is kasi yung talagang pinaka-ano niya, pinaka-focus niya
Yeah.
is the insurance. Then bonus yung
Mm.
investment side.
Mm.
So yun yung
Okay.
pinagkaiba.
Mm. Anong pagkaiba ng yung usual, not usual kasi alam yun naman difference eh. You mentioned kanina life insurance, another one, tapos VUL. Ano yung before that?
Mutual fund.
Okay. Okay, okay, okay. Okay,
Mhm.
okay, I understand. Huh. Okay. So, mas riskier lang
Which
talaga.
is example,
Um, Mm-hmm.
One of example ng mutual funds is the Pag-ibig MP2. I think nakikita mo lagi yan or laging nababalitaan yun kasi they are giving high yields of dividends ngayon. They are giving up to 8%.
Mm.
So yun yung isa sa mga example ng mutual funds.
I want to ask how, explain to the watchers and listeners how you got to parang now. What made you pursue finance and especially sa insurance?
Uh, Actually, it's very personal yung dahilan. No? So, I was coded as a financial advisor last November 2021. And the reason be, uh, why I decided to become a financial advisor because of pandemic also. So last January 2021, I we had experienced the death of my lola. So, syempre, typical Pinoy family, even insurance, like what you've said kanina, scam lang is dagdag lang yun sa gastos. Ganyan ang mindset namin yun. Ganyan ang mindset ko nun personal. Until
Mm-mm.
yun nga, nangyari sa lola ko. Then, I have experience of the hardships ng pagbabayad sa hospital, the medical bills. Kasi, noong time na yun, yung lola ko naman is wala rin naman siyang naipundar na. Naipon ko that time, yung pinanggasos niya sa kanyang hospitalization. After day,
Mm.
kinagabihan namatay siya. Diretso funeral.
Yeah.
So, pagdating sa funeral, ganun din. Cold cash din. So, kailangan mo mag-down agad-agad. So, that's why, pumasok sa isip ko, what if kung wala akong naipon that time? Or
Yeah.
paano kung sa mga families na nangyayari ganun, na talaga nangyayari siya na walang napaghandaan, hindi walang ipon.
Mm.
Swerte lang namin kahit pa paano may naitabi, may back pay ako doon.
Mm.
Kaya nakapagbayad.
Mm.
So yun yung dahilan bakit ako nag-pursue into financial advisory. Pero nung umpisa pa nga, hindi pa nga about insurance yung yung sinimulan ko. If you're familiar with St. Peter, Saint,
Ah, oo, oo.
actually, client lang ako. Bumili lang ako ng St. Peter.
Mm-mm.
So, which is, it's a funeral insurance. So, kumbaga, parang pinaghahandaan mo is more on the funeral service kapag ka namatay ka na. Which is, pumasok na
Mm-mm.
sa isip ko, parang may mali. Bakit ko pinaghandaan ka agad yung pagkamatay? Kung very alive. So, after that funeral plan na kinuha ko, naghanap ako ng
Mm-mm.
life insurance plan. And yun nga, nakita ko
Mm-mm.
nga yung parang I just saw a post sa FB. Story nga lang siya na dumaan sa akin. Then yun. Then yung mismong financial advisor ko that time, siya rin yung nagsabi sa akin na, alam mo ba, mo rin gawin siyang career, yung pagiging financial advisor. Ito talaga ba? Eh, since pandemic that time, and nag-resign din ako, sabi ko, so why don't give it a shot? Kasi parang, yun din naman yung yun din naman yung pwede kong gawin that time. Kasi since pandemic, hindi ka makalabas. So talagang maghanap ka rin ng way kung paano ka, magkakaroon din ng way of living mo. Pero what I found is not just a career, it's not just a source of income, that's more on a calling. Kasi I had this one client na akala ko it's just a normal na magbebenta lang ako ng insurance pero it will be an instrument pala na magkikita sila ng kanyang anak after 14 years because of me and the insurance. So
What? How did
that
that
is
happen?
why,
If you're allowed to. Oh.
okay. So, di ko na lang i-mention yung name. So, para at
Mm-mm.
least still have the confidential. Pero the story is, this man is completely stranger. So, kumbaga, nabook ko lang siya sa Grab. Then, nagkakwentuhan kami. After 3 months,
Mm-mm.
he chatted me again. Then, he wants to have a life insurance. Then, that time, doon namin malalaman na married pala siya. Kasi ang
Mm.
pagkakaalam niya, he is single because he have a previous marriage na akala niya hindi na register yung
Mm.
kanilang marriage. Kasi after a week of their marriage, lumipad siya sa Dubai. Then, paglipad niya doon, hindi na sila nagkaroon ng contact ng girl. But
Wow, okay.
he knows na meron siya doon. Pero dahil na hindi sila nagkaroon ng communication, hindi na rin siya nag-effort. Kasi pagbalik niya rin ng Pilipinas, wala na rin doon sa, wala na rin siya doon sa dati nilang tinitirahan. Then, yun, since meron siyang bagong kinakasama, yung kasi yung process namin, after from sa amin, ipaprocess pa yung papers. So, may mga questions pa from the underwriting na lilinawin if it's valid na maging insured yung isang tao. Since meron siyang bagong partner, ang tinatanong doon is if yung partner ba niya is not married to other guy para gawin siyang beneficiary.
Mm.
So, yun yung, yun yung binigay sa akin na dapat kong itanong sa kanila, pero ginawa ko, binaligtad ko. Sabi ko na lang doon sa mismong client na, Sir, sigurado kayo na wala kayong previous na kasal, wala kayong pinakasalan before, kahit sino sa inyong dalawa. Kasi kung meron mang isa sa inyo na meron pinakasalan before, meaning that's your legal wife or legal husband yun. And according to our law, kung sino man yung pinakasama nyo ngayon, which is hindi kayo kasal, pero meron kayong ibang pinakasalan before, that's illegal. So, hindi po siya pwedeng maging beneficiary. And magkakaroon lang tayo ng problema sa claims kapag pinilit natin yan. Hindi siya makakapag-claim talaga. Dahil ang considered as claimant is your legal wife or legal husband. So yun, dun yan na nakwento yun. Then sabi ko lang, to make it sure, why not kumuha po kayo ng CENOMAR, Certificate of No Marriage. So after no, nung nakuha niya, it turns out, kala niya single siya, all of a sudden married pala talaga siya. Ayun. So since
Okay.
nalaman niya ng marriage ko sa una niyang pinakasalan,
Oo.
yun din yung naging urge niya para hanapin yung naging anak niya doon. And
Mm.
dahil hinahanap niya yung anak niya, nalaman niya na hinahanap din pala siya nung anak niya.
Mm.
Ang natawagan is yung brother niya na nasa Saudi. So,
Ah,
yun. Nagkita sila. After nung nilang magkita somewhere in Manila, right away he called me, umiiyak. Sir, nakita ko ni anak ko. Pwede
mm.
bang gawin ko na rin siyang beneficiary?
Beautiful.
So, yun.
Mm-mm.
That is why mag-almost 3 years na ako for being a financial advisor. Minahal ko talaga yung pagiging financial advisor kasi this is not just a career for me. It's more on a
Oo.
calling. It's more on putting impact in the lives of others. Kasi ito yung nakita kong pwede maging instrument na talagang makatulong into Filipino families.
Nice. Beautiful. Wow.
Kaya yun.
Beautiful, no? Ganda lang. Is that how, kasi I know that you mentioned earlier, mentor ka sa negosyo, no? Is that pretty much part of your sort of, as you say, calling? Na parang, how did you get connected sa sa go negosyo? Sa anong involvement with it?
Actually, dahil din kay TikTok.
Ah, ah,
Then,
okay.
one of one of our classmates na prof ko dati.
Mm.
Actually, hindi ko siya directly prof. Nakikinig lang ako dati sa mga talks niya sa mga marketing seminars namin.
Mm.
So, I know, kilala mo siya, si Sir Jerry Yao. Medyo hindi siya, active
Ah,
sa atin, pero,
aha.
pero talagang siya yung marketing
Marketing guru
sensei
talaga.
ng
Mm-mm.
Pilipinas.
As in.
Ah, so, yun. One time, nakikinig ako nung live niya. Then, he saw me to that live. Then, he invited me na kailangan nga ng mga aspiring and existing business owners and entrepreneurs, yung mga katulad namin financial advisors. Kasi normally
Yeah.
daw, ang problema ng mga entrepreneurs is the finance. So we
Mm.
have four elements in business diba, which is the operations, sales, marketing, and finance. Which is lagi nakakaligtaan ng finance. Kasi they,
Mm.
normally pagka mga SMEs, small medium enterprises, na paghahalo nila ang personal to business finance.
Yeah.
That is why they are leading to
Guilty.
bankruptcy. Yeah, so yun yung isa sa mga tinuturo ko dun sa Go Negosyo
No
on
negotiable.
how they can track their their personal finance separately to business finance. Kasi like for example,
Mm.
when it comes to product kasi kung product based yung business mo, very important na meron kang inventory,
Mm.
cash in and cash
Yes.
out of your
Yeah.
funds sa business, di ba? Para at least makita
Mm.
mo yung progress if kumikita ba talaga yung business or malulugi ka.
So,
Kasi
yeah.
kung
Mm.
isa yun sa isa yun sa nagiging problem ng mga business owners ngayon, lalo na sa mga startups. The moment kasi na naramdaman nilang kumita sila, tumataas din kagad yung lifestyle.
Mm. Lifestyle
No?
inflation
So
ka.
that is what we call lifestyle inflation. So the moment kasi na tumaas yung lifestyle nila, dahil akala nila tuloy-tuloy yung kita, which is when it
Mm.
comes to business, there are mahina and may malakas na time, di ba? So
Very much.
may mga times na hindi nila monitor. Kala nila dire-diretso yung kita, dire-diretso din yung
Mm. Mm.
gastos. Mhm. So
Okay.
yun yung yun yung isa
Interesting.
sa mga
Yeah. Mm.
na na sasagot natin na problem when it comes to mga business persons.
Mm. Yeah. Okay. Huh. For sure. Especially sa mga, yung parang, not necessarily hard up, pero yung mga baguhan sa business world, sa entrepreneurship, yun talaga number one issue nila is not only, like, once napasama na yung point na wala kang clients, wala kang customers or anything, pag may medyo nakikita ka na, yun talaga mo, kailangan mo control mo talaga sarili mo. Saka i-separate yun talaga din. Separate mo yung management mo ng personal saka ng business finance. Kasi pag halo,
Is
wala kang, it's possible, especially for siguro maybe mga solopreneurs, yung parang isang ikaw lang isa, tsaka wala kang produkto.
mm,
Pero kung may products ka, kahit solopreneur, marami kang services, mahirap pa rin i-manage yung yung in tsaka out ng
is
money.
mm. Yan. So actually, kailangan lang talaga separate account siya. No? So
Mm.
at least, kasi normally, ang binibigay ko rin sa kanila na advice, if you are a business owner and startup ka lang, much better gawin mo para hindi mo nararamdaman na sobrang dami kang pera dahil technically hindi mo pa siya pera, pera yun ang negosyo. Di ba?
Mm-mm.
Kasi papaikutin mo lang siya dyan.
Mm-mm.
Uh, make yourself as like an employee. Kumbaga, out of your uh, sales
Mm-mm.
or commissions,
Pay
make
yourself.
sure na hindi lahat yon, hindi yun lahat sa'yo. Kumbaga, just
Yeah.
pay yourself lang a certain amount.
Mm-mm.
And yun yung
Okay.
pang
Tama.
expense mo.
Mm. Yeah. Ito. Tsaka I think I heard that before, and I think the reason why that works yung parang pay yourself, not na pay, parang gantilin mo lahat ng pera, pero give yourself a salary from the business as if you're an employee,
Mhm.
is because para as a business owner din, makita mo na, okay, may employee ako, which is myself. Kailangan ko talaga maghanap ng sources of income for the business para mabayaran ko yung employee ko. Huh, yeah, okay. Nasinig ko dati na,
Yes.
well, through the grapevine, na meron kang libro called, ano yun? From death to delight. Yeah.
Yes, from death to
Is
the
it
light.
out na ba yun?
Out na. Actually, nasa Hailey ko siya. So, it's free to grab naman. So,
Ah, okay,
punta
okay,
ka
okay.
lang dun sa bio ko.
Mm.
And dun sa link na yun, makikita mo naman yung link niya. And
Yeah.
free to download naman siya. It's just a 16-pager na short ebook. As in short ebook lang talaga siya. Which is ang talagang goal niya kung bakit ko siya sinulat is more on having a debt-free life. No?
Mm.
Kaya siya tinawag na from debt to delight. Kasi I came from that situation din na which is way back 2020 na din. Nandun ako sa situation na yon na nagkaroon ako ng utang ng 6 digits which is kung ikukumpara sa iba maliit siya pero for startups that time
Death pa
malaki
rin
na
yan.
yon.
Oo. Oo.
Then yun actually kaya ako nagkautang ng ganon dahil una nag-resign na ako sa work noon na namatayan ako ng lola which is
Oh my
kaming
God.
gumastos.
Mm-mm.
Then yung isa sa mga naging topic natin to our group chat is the BIR. Isa-isa naging problem ko before. So
Mm-mm.
nabaon
Okay.
ako with the penalties. Mhm.
Mm-mm.
So I had business partner before. However, yung business kasi is nakapangalan siya as sole proprietor which is naka-name siya sa akin.
Ah,
So
so
since
liability na sa'yo.
since mas ahead so mas ahead sila sa akin like for experience and age, I totally trusted them, no?
Mm-mm.
Kaya kumbaga parang talagang purong tiwala lang. So tiwala ako na naayos nila yung mga papers that time. Dahil sila naman yung nag-insist to register the business which is a marketing consultation and events management. Uh, Yun, it turns out in a span of 1 year pala, wala palang ni-report na kahit isa. Kahit na zero yung income namin, we need to report pa
Mm-mm.
rin kasi.
Mm-mm.
The moment na naka-register ka. Kasi
Mm-mm.
kapag hindi ka nag-report, it will give you sanction, penalties. And habang hindi mo siya nababayaran, nag-accumulate lang yung
Mm.
penalties mo.
Oo.
Which nag-lead siya into, sa 1 year na yun, nag-lead siya to 60,000 na
Ah.
penalty. Kailangan ko bayaran with BIR. Kasi kung hindi ko siya
Mm-mm.
babayaran, ah, syempre, makakasuhan tayo ng tax evasion.
Oo.
Yun yung mangyayari. So, ano, okay na yung yung time na yun is, kumbaga, it's a part of the experience lang. I take it as like a tuition fee,
Totoo.
no?
Nice.
Na natuto tayo.
Mm.
Kasi kung hindi ko naman siya naranasan, hindi ko rin siya malalaman na ganun pala.
Yeah.
And yun din yung kumbaga parang yun na rin yung naging way ko para magtuloy-tuloy as a creative entrepreneur, an entrepreneur. Kasi since ang
Mm.
talagang course ko rin naman is marketing management.
Mm.
So nasa business din naman talaga ang course ko.
Mm. Okay. Wow. So a lot. I like that kasi a lot of what you do is talagang part ng namamold ng experiences mo, no? I think that's a good place to end kasi Zoom is nandyan na naman. Pero thank you so much for joining. And where can people find you?
So you can find me at TikTok, Facebook, Instagram at Mark Villas the Budgetarian. And I do have also a Facebook community or Facebook group which is Financial Freedom for Future Families. I know nandun ka na rin, no?
Yeah.
So please share your money problems, money experiences, wins and struggles para at least mapag-usapan din natin siya sa community and we can give an
Mm-mm.
inspiration in learnings to others. Kumbaga yung mga experiences natin is matuto din yung iba, no? Kasi kumbaga
Mm-mm.
para at least hindi na rin nila maranasan Say another one na naging lesson na napakabigat last 2022 naman is another sickness from our family. Inatake yung father ko sa puso, which leads
Mm.
us to almost 2M na bill sa hospital. And how I did it, paano nakalagpas doon, it's not just me. Kumbaga, tulong-tulong naman kami buong family.
Mm.
And isa sa talagang kinapitan ko lang sa God's grace. God's grace talaga. Actually, hindi ako nakahawak pa ng 1M cash. Di pa ako nakahawak niyan, pero in span of 1 month, more than 1M is nakapag-produce tayo. That is why nakalabas tayo
Wow.
ng hospital ng walang contact. So, syempre, mahirap pa din kahit paano yung paglabas dahil meron pa rin monitoring and tuloy-tuloy pa rin ang
Yeah.
gamutan, di ba? Pero,
Mm.
ano, ang naging lesson lang doon, it's preparation will lead you to, to somewhere talaga. Even
Mm.
though na you are not, kasi hindi naman talaga tayo nakakapag-prepare totally.
Yeah.
If somehow you are prepared, no? Kahit pa paano kaya mong harapin yung mga obstacle and mga hindrances na meron tayo sa dinadaanan natin.
Totoo,
Yan.
totoo.
And nakabalik na yung father ko
Nice.
sa
That's good
work
to
niya.
hear.
And
Ah.
from lantang gulay talaga as in bedridden. Ngayon, nakakalakad, nakakabiyahe
Ah.
siya sa
Beautiful. Nice. Thank you so
Mhm.
much for joining me sa podcast na to.
Maraming salamat
Bye,
din
everyone.
for having me,
Yeah,
giving this opportunity. Mhm.
no problem, of course. And maybe we can do it in real life next time.
Sure. Sana. Yan. Pagbabalik
Sana,
ng
no?
Davao.
Yes. Or
Nakapunta ako dyan sa,
saan ka ba?
actually I'm here in Cavite. Pero
Ah, okay.
naka-visit na ako one time dyan sa Lanang. Actually ano pa yun, 2019 pa.
Ah, okay, okay, okay. Huh. Yeah, okay. Nice, nice, nice. Okay. Thank you so much for listening, everyone. See you next time.
Ay,